Good morning, movers and shakers. I'm Michael Walgrave at walgraverealestate.com. We are part of the Minnesota real estate team, which is the number 3 RE/MAX team in the world. We're all part of RE/MAX Advantage Plus, and I welcome you to our show today, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday, August 6, 2024. We are on week 4 of our pilot program here, the final week. And we got a lot of stuff ahead of us today. A lot of good stuff in the real estate business. How about yourself, Garrett? How are you doing today?
Good, sir. Good. It's been a great morning. Had a good show this morning and ready to talk some real estate.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. I see you tearing it up over there on your channel. Love it, man. Keep up the love. Keep up the good work. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
yes, sir. A little bit more about me. I have a background and a master's degree in sustainable management before realtor-ness. I'm also an Army veteran. I served with the 173rd Airborne Brigade, deployed to Afghanistan. Also author and amateur foosball player, though my friends would call me a pro, but in the scheme of things, I'm just an amateur for disclaimer's sake. And with that, let's get into it. We had Josh Nath in an interview. Do you have that footage of Mr. Nath that we can
Yes,
play?
give me 1 second.
He is part of the Walgrave Real Estate Group. He's been on the team for about 6 to 7 months now. Love this guy. Love sharing the office with him. Very analytical. Very Let's check out this beautiful real estate footage. Also in the show today, we're going to explore Minnesota. We got a virtual tour, perhaps. I did a video adjustment. Also, we got a house in Minnetonka, probably the cheapest house in Minnetonka, 3-bedroom. Tell you how you can get a hold of that and find that place. We'll be on the market probably about 5 more days. It's only been on the market for 5 days, but they'll show you what some of the deals out there and perhaps how you can get into them if you're not a top earner in the 80 percentile of making money in this country. So stick around for that. I'm sure there's programs similar to it in your neck of the woods. Hopefully, this is a very tough time for a lot of folks, and there are programs out there to help. So I just want you to know that. It's just figuring out where to find them and who to ask. And
All right, here we go.
all right, let's go, Josh. Michael Walgrave here at michael@walgrave.com, 612-930-2929. We have a guest today, one of our Walgrave Real Estate Group realtors. He is a man of many talents, a man of many mystery, famous in many circles, but nobody will say his name unless they're actually trying to call him, and then they ask Siri, and then she calls him. But without further ado, I'd like to bring on Josh Nath of the Walgrave Real Estate Group. We're part of the Minnesota real estate team, which is part of RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Our office is in Savage, Minnesota. Josh, you out there? Can you hear me?
I am out here, and I can hear you.
Perfect. How's it going today?
It's going great. You know, a little bit of rain knocked some of that humidity out because it was pretty hot over the weekend, but caught a good Twins game. They won.
Awesome. How are they doing this season?
Yeah, they're behind the Royals and the Guardians, which isn't great, but they're having a good season overall. So they need to do a good push here in the last couple of months to get into the playoffs and make something happen again.
Awesome. Yeah, Minnesota Twins are a big ticket team to watch here in downtown Minneapolis, and yeah, definitely worth checking out there at is it the Target Field now? Is that?
Yes. Target Field, just down the street from the Target Center.
Okay. How many games? Okay. How many games do you go to a year typically?
I went to 2 last year. One was one of the playoff games, so 1 this year for sure. I've gone to more St. Paul Saints games. It's a
good show.
It's a good environment. A little smaller. It's fun. So, but yeah,
family friendly and prices are cheaper, and yeah.
You can get into a Saints game for under $20. And
awesome.
It's a fun environment. Nice stadium down there too in St. Paul. So yeah.
Okay.
Great things to do.
Okay. So to have you on today. We're just kind of curious about the other members of the Walgrave Real Estate Group in Savage, Minnesota. What's your bio, your history? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go to school? What have you done for a past job, I guess?
I grew up in Laverne, and I graduated the same year that Jason did. So that's how I knew him. I was up in Fargo for 3 years, going to NDSU. Same time Jason was as well. I got married, transferred to a different school, graduated from Marshall, Minnesota, and then here and there went out to Idaho for a couple of years, came back to Minnesota, went back to Idaho for 8 years, came back to Minnesota. So bounced back and forth between here and Idaho a couple different times. Something always brings me back. So
yeah, cool. Cool.
Did a lot of different things. Worked in banking, reconcilements, did accounting work, worked for a conveyor production company that built conveyors, oil and gas company that was pretty interesting. I transitioned from their accounting group to work out actually as an operator on a natural gas facility. So that was a interesting change for a few years there, and then went to a company that's built doors. I was in their accounting group. Then I'm transferred out here to work in one of their warehouses, and then decided, real estate's the thing. So it's a little bit of always an interesting thing in the side, but never really thought that I could ever do it. I've always been, on the backside, on the operations side, support, not front line, so to speak.
Fine. Yep.
But it was something too that when I was talking to Jason about it, I hope you can kind of see it. This has been in my wallet since 1999. This is my grandpa, Jim Wiesmer. That's his real estate business card. So since he passed away, I've had that in my wallet, and I've had one of his briefcases that I've used at every job interview that I've had in my adult life. So there's a little bit of history. He was the original BSer of the family, I suppose. So he came by it naturally.
There are quite a few extroverts in your family. Yes.
Yes, there are. I was not traditionally one of them. I'm the more nerd of the family.
The listener of the family, the smart one of the family.
Yes, the listener too. I have my moments, but yeah, definitely. So that's kind of the beginning of this year. You'd put together a video for Jason to put out there for looking for new agents, and it caught my eye, and I decided, well, I'm now old enough to change careers again.
Great. It's been 7 years. Time for a new run at a different angle of life. Yep.
Yeah.
Keeps you young, hopefully.
Yeah. Yep. So here I am.
What was your degree in that you graduated with?
Business administration.
Okay.
Finance.
So you're probably you're better off than a lot of folks with some of the degrees they've had getting into the real estate, take care of business yourself kind of thing. So you get to apply those business administration skills firsthand.
A little bit. But it's there's always some technology things to learn and do that I didn't think about before.
Right.
So that's always something new to learn in any job you have. But yeah.
It's always changing, so you're always learning. So no, I've enjoyed sharing an office with you and learning together. It's been fun, and just trying to figure out the new stuff and what everything means and where it's all coming from and where it's all going. And I expect to dominate the market here in the next 3 months. I got a master plan going. So this videography, this live stream, Google Ads. So we'll see what happens here, but we're gonna have a good time doing it. So
yep, that's the thing. I mean, it was kind of funny because last summer was my daughter had to show me how to post something on Facebook, which makes you feel very, very old when your kid has to show you how to do stuff. But it is what it is.
It develops those delegation skills, I guess, as you get into business. You kind of can't do everything for yourself, so you kind of got to find the talent to make it happen for you.
Exactly. That's the whole networking thing. You need help finding out how to do stuff. Find out somebody who does and learn from them. Exactly.
And we have a pretty good network at the Walgrave Real Estate Group. We've talked about this in the past, about 200 years of collective professional experience with a dozen or so people in our group. And that's a pretty good network, especially since a lot of these folks have been around here the last 20 years. So if anybody has any issues or problems or questions, they can just talk to us, and we can talk to our group if we don't know it. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. And that's wonderful as well. And then Aubrey is a excellent resource as well. She has that stuff lined out for our admin support as well. So she's instrumental in helping me out with a lot of stuff already too.
It is kind of nice when you can pass the paperwork on to the professional administrator and don't worry about it. Your clients don't have to worry about it. The other side of the contract don't have to worry about it either. So yeah, definitely Aubrey is a blessing for the office. So
yep, so true.
Okay, so what do you got going on now aside from Twins games, and is there any areas of real estate that you're trying to delve into or you're exploring? Or
we're reaching out to people that are, getting into the beginning of that foreclosure process to see if we can help them out with stuff like that. Options and things that are out there to avoid that process going further. That's one thing that's out there. Just kind of reaching out in the area just to try and, like you said, get your name out there. Let people know you exist, and, running from there. And then going back and forth with the people on between Walgrave's team and the Minnesota real estate team as well. Which is another even bigger group of support network that's out there too. I've leaned on both sets of them at times.
Well, there's over 150, 200 Minnesota real estate team. And then there's probably Jason was throwing out a number around 27,000 other people with licenses in the state, but there's only a few that are actively knowing their market and on top of the game. So
yeah, there's a lot of licensees, but a lot of people that don't do anything with it, but they have it.
Sure.
So, yeah.
It's either a part-time gig or they picked it up just to know more about real estate and do their own investing kind of stuff. So
yeah.
No, we're thoroughly active, everyday thing here at the Walgrave Real Estate Group with RE/MAX, and definitely reach out to us. Josh, you got some contact information? How do people get a hold of you?
You can email me anytime, joshua@walgrave.com, and you can definitely text or call me anytime. I won't answer at any time, but 612-271-2332. I'm available afternoons, evenings, mornings. I'm usually up by 5 o'clock in the morning, so early riser, grouchy sometimes.
So as soon as you wake up, it's business on time, so people could reach out to you at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time?
They could be.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you cut off the phone anytime? You have 5 p.m. It's 12 hours. We're good.
No, I don't shut my ringer off unless I'm in a movie or something like that,
Sure.
or like right now. But otherwise, no. Even at nighttime, I don't turn the ringer off. So
Awesome.
You could get a hold of me if you called me at midnight.
I might have to try that sometime. So. Good stuff, Josh. Good stuff. So this is Joshua Nath. You reach him at joshua@walgrave.com or give him a shout at 612-271-2332. Well, Josh, I hope to have you on the show live here sometime again and talk some more real estate. We're discussing right now where the future of Moving Minnesota is going, as it's the end of our live stream pilot show. We're not exactly sure, so feel free to chime in on that off the air, or what you think would be a great strategy, or how you'd like to be a piece of it. And yeah, we could talk more about that moving into the future as the overall marketing plan for buying and selling and investing in real estate in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. So thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me, Mike, and thank you.
You bet. Do you have any shout outs or any love you want to send to the world here? You got your kids watching. I know they should be your biggest fans.
Probably are. My grandson's the biggest fan, but he's only 3. He doesn't know any better yet. So hi, Silas.
From the past, we can send this to him. Yes.
It's now saved for posterity. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Exactly. Awesome. Well, I'll let you get on with your day, sir. I appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me, and we'll talk to you in the office tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, Joshua at walgrave.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe, and share, and we'll keep her moving. Keep it moving, Joshua and Eth. Hell yeah. Should have more the Walgrave Real Estate Group cameos this week. We got Josh McGibbons, got a little video on him, should be coming up. And I believe Nick Selly should be joining us at some point too. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. People's got busy schedules and what have you. So anyways, moving on here. We got the promote. I feel like I need to promote Minnesota in general, because Minnesota has been promoting itself in general. They have the Explore Minnesota campaign trying to encourage folks to move to Minnesota. So that seems like the perfect thing to put on this show. They talk about all the great things Minnesota has to offer. They're getting they spent quite a bit of money on this campaign, actually, to promote to the rest of the United States how great this area is. And you have a YouTube video, Garrett, of Explore Minnesota?
I do.
ExploreMinnesota.com. Check that website out. It's very good. This is living in Minnesota, exploring the
glass industry brought us to a lot of different places like Chicago, Corning, New York, and then going on. Eventually, Hennepin made in Minneapolis. Opportunity was presented, and there was kind of like that little light in the dark.
Bringing us here to Minnesota kind of had a feeling of home.
More all the way in.
And when that opportunity presented itself, we had to act on it. I'm Josh. I'm a glassmaker.
I'm Kat. I'm also a glass artist.
We moved to Minneapolis 2 years ago, and we now work here at Hennepin Made, a hand-blown, high-end glass lighting company.
The reason I love glass is that there's just so many different possibilities of how to work with it.
We just have people that really want to put out work that they care about.
It is fragile, but that preciousness of it, that's what makes it, I think, so special.
Once you see that glow, we kind of have a saying, you get bit by the glass bug. And once you're tooling the glass and physically blowing something, it's a pretty remarkable thing. Moving to Minnesota opened up a lot of doors for us. We got to purchase a house last year. We got to not work weekends, which we never have in our entire life, and our jobs kind of created a ton of stability for us, allowing more time with our dogs. One of the reasons why we purchased our house, we were close to it. Go kayaking, go biking. It kind of gave us more time to focus on work and us at the same time.
There's a lot of excitement for the day.
Go through the river trail to the Greenway Trail to the whole loop, explore the city and find little hidden gems.
Being able to go to a park that's like really close by, within your neighborhood. Just this like overall sense of community that is very different than a lot of places that we've been. Not only are you getting out to be in like nature, but you have such a thriving city life too.
You have your arts, your food here is amazing. And there's always something to do or find a green space. It feels big, but also feels cozy at the same time.
Minneapolis is very arts driven and focused. And, like we love going to the MIA. It was something that I didn't realize that was so prevalent. And seeing like the different art studios. There's also just endless opportunities of like what you could do. I think also what's really exciting about being in Minneapolis is just the cultural diversity too. My indigenous heritage is Easter Band Cherokee Indians. For like my people, it's about your connection to the land, and like we do try making smarter choices.
Some people use burlap. You can use wood chips.
Today, since it's a little gloomier, they might not be as active.
On the roof, we recently have put up a beehive. There are solar panels on the roof, and that's what helps power the electricity here in the building.
It's actually like a natural gum. You can actually chew on that stuff. It's super antioxidant.
We're starting with 1 hive. Next year, we'll go to 2 hives, 3 hives, 4 hives, and eventually get to the point where we don't have to purchase beeswax anymore.
Another main goal is to eventually get wax to be able to bring that back into the hot shop so we can use that.
That's the beeswax. Yep. Stop. Just chop right back in there, Dave.
Kat and I have been together 9 years. We're going to celebrate our 1-year wedding anniversary next month. I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are today of owning a house, being married, and planning the next 5 years of our life here in Minnesota.
I think, coming here to this area, I think that's just a lot of values that, Minnesotans have. They want, good quality of life. If that's, something that we always kind of wanted, we've kind of finally found that. I'm just excited for the future.
I hate to say it, but like the Midwest is the best. This opportunity here in Minneapolis for us to kind of lay down roots. It was the best move we've ever made.
Excellent. You can find more about the Explore Minnesota. They got a YouTube channel, exploreminnesota.com. They got a website. It's a state production of showing Minnesota to the world. Probably a little bit more thorough than what we have right here. But quite the action couple there. They're working with hundreds and thousands of degrees of heat, and then they go kayaking, and then they do some rooftop beekeeping. That's pretty standard for everybody in Minnesota, or not. But anyways, there's a lot going on. Definitely the arts are huge around here. I was surprised too on that. Excellent place to live with many opportunities. So looks like what we got coming up next year. Do you have the open house virtual tour video, or do we have the Hennepin County trivia next?
We'll do the tours.
So the tours, I made a video one style on this weekend highlighting a house. I do open houses every weekend, usually 1 to 3 on Saturday and 1 to 3 on Sunday. I usually film it so then it can be virtual. If you can't make it, then you can get the footnotes on the place just by going to the Movie Minnesota YouTube page that you're on. And I made a different version, an alternative version, kind of the same material, kind of as promotional, but that'll be the second one. So let's check out this real estate videography here.
Here we go.
Still on sale, $1.825 million. Personally, I think this is an investment property opportunity. A very expensive one, but nonetheless an investment opportunity. These older homes, like in the 80s, they have more acreage. Everything, the foundation, all that's pretty solid. You might need a new roof and appliances and this kind of thing, siding perhaps. But overall, they tend to have some of the best locations too, because the city really didn't start building out until they finished I-69 highway and some other bridges back in the 70s and 80s. So this is before urban sprawl to the lakes and other places of the Twin Cities metro area. They have updates in here. Bosch stainless steel appliances, breakfast nook of sorts. We did have one buyer come through and he's like, the kitchen's too small. I'm like, how big of a kitchen do you need? It kind of has everything, but I mean, the house is huge. So maybe he's thinking he needs to cook for 70, 80 people or something.
Right. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'd spend a lot of time in the sunroom. So.
Absolutely.
Hardwood floors are awesome. Main bedroom could use some new paint. I don't know if I like this greenish, whatever color that is. And pretty sweet little courtyard. I'd probably put a bird feeder out there, see if I can get some, maybe something to feed the bees and dragonflies. Primary bathroom, nice to have 2 sinks. Probably redo that though. Crazy tub from the 80s. I'd probably remove that and put something different in. Update the shower, bathroom area. I'm looking at this through the eyes of an investor here. It's ready to go as it is. It's just how much you want to modernize it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the wood in there is awesome, excellent. It's not that fake BS kind of stuff.
Right.
Space itself is laid out pretty solid. Don't know if I need a sink in the bathroom. I guess you would just leave it. I don't know. I think some of the family with the smaller kids, they had their concerns about the children playing around up top. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you could probably cram about 60 people in the basement alone. My only concern is if you're hosting a large event, there wasn't like a lot of on-street parking. Now, people can show up on your dock, but there was only a few spots there. But I guess it's kind of a homeowners association around there. You have access to like a club around the corner. You can kind of see in the back end of the bay when we get a picture of it. I believe they have pool and courts and this kind of stuff. So there is some sort of HOA fee, but you do have access to more than just your house. And I guess the neighbors are fairly friendly, according to the other neighbor. He was saying that it's not a big deal if you kind of walk along the water's edge, and if you're cutting across people's yards, that's okay, towards the water's edge. If you're going to the club, nice sized backyard, but not overly big, so you're not mowing for 3 days. I'd probably fire pit quite a bit. Oh, yeah. I guess it's fairly hard to get a boat slip around there, but you have your own, so it's not a problem. 3-stall garage. Yeah, 1.85. Give me a shout. It's still on the market. Probably through next week, and after that, I'm guessing it's gone. It's pretty competitive around here. Again, the size of the yard or the lot, and the size per square foot, that's probably one of the most affordable per square foot. I shouldn't say affordable, but most value per square foot. And it's a great location, right? You're just south of Shakopee city line. It's not a big deal to just jump on the main paved roads and head on up to the Twin Cities. I think it took me about 30 minutes to get to downtown Minneapolis. So pretty close. If you want more information about that, contact me at michael@walgrave.com, 612-930-2929. Great place to raise a large family. Great place to have multi-generation family. Great place to host. Yeah, give me a shout and we'll see what we can do for you. Cool. Well, that was video number 1. Go ahead, Garrett. What were you saying?
Oh, I just was going to say the same thing you were.
Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page. Rock and roll. This second beautiful home footage. This is a alternative version using the same footage, but just kind of have a little bit more fun with it, I guess. Scott County, covered last week.
My name is Michael Walgrave with the Walgrave Real Estate Group out of Savage, Minnesota. We're part of RE/MAX Advantage Plus. We're going to take a look at this big, beautiful home, 5,200 square feet finished. If you want to reach out to me and check this out, you want to show it, get a hold of me at michael@walgrave.com or call me 612-930-2929. Let's go check this out and see if it feels like home for you.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you. Thank you. Put everything into that one mode. I took the same footage. I just sped it up another notch. So I don't know if this is too quick of a power tour. I guess if you've seen everything already, then yeah, that's not too bad. But if first time watching it, you might get a little uneasy in the stomach. I had to play the piano. I could not play. I don't think you're supposed to play the piano, but I mean, if you don't play in life, especially a musical instrument, what the hell are you doing?
So that concludes our
Great location. Love it. We got sandy beaches there too. You don't always have that.
Reach out at michael@walgrave.com. Call 612-930-2929. Make it a great day.
Well, what'd you think of that one?
That was good. I like that. Amber said that was brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Rock and roll. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to Tuesday's trivia of Hennepin County this week. Garrett Beans cooked us up some trivia. Can you put the timer down a little bit lower?
Yeah, we can do like.
Let's try 20 seconds. See if that, we're still trying to dial it in. We want to be fast. We can keep it moving, but not too fast. So yeah, let's try that out. We're still trying to dial it in on the pilot stream here.
All right, here we go. Timer.
Can you turn up the volume a little bit here? I don't know. Maybe it's on my end, but.
Let's see here.
I don't know. Give her a shot.
All right, here we go. What is the county seat of Hennepin County? Bloomington, Edina, Minneapolis, or Minnetonka?
They're all within Hennepin County, so that's a good start. And if you caught yesterday's show, you should know what it is. I'm going to go with C.
The correct answer, everybody, is C. Minneapolis. All right, here we go. In which year was Hennepin County established? 1842, 1852, 1862, or 1872?
It's narrowed down to either B or C. 1842, a little too early. Steamboats were operating in 1852. 1872, a little bit too later. I'm going to go with B. Let's try B.
The correct answer is B. All right, number 3. Who is Hennepin County named after? Louis Hennepin, Perry Radisson, Jean Nicollet, or Jacques Marquette? It'd be a trick question.
E. Garrett Beans Beaner, founder of Minneapolis.
No, I'm not. Nope, I'm good on that.
Vampire he is.
I'm not responsible for what happened.
He was used to be known as A. Louis Hennepin.
It is indeed A. Louis Hennepin. All right. Number 4. What natural feature powered the early mills in Hennepin County? Minnehaha Falls, St. Anthony Falls, Lake Minnetonka, Mississippi River Rapids.
Better know this if you live in the Hennepin County or the Twin Cities in general. This is why we're here, basically, because of this land feature or water feature, I guess. You are correct, Heather.
The correct
A.
answer is
No.
B, the St. Anthony Falls.
A little sleight of hand there, get you all hyped up, and then sorry, wrong.
All right. What is the largest city in Hennepin County? Edina, Minnetonka, Bloomington, or Minneapolis?
Again, all cities in Hennepin County. They're not trying to trick you there. Yeah, and this place extends fairly large area. Should be pretty apparent if you have any idea of the city's area.
The correct answer. Go ahead, Luigi.
Heather has it. D, Minneapolis.
It is indeed D, Minneapolis. All right. Which river forms the eastern boundary of Hennepin County? The Missouri, the Minnesota, the St. Croix, or the Mississippi?
Could be a tricky one. It's not Missouri River, I'll tell you that right now. That's runs into the other river in St. Louis. Could be B, C, or D. They are all three major rivers in this area. And Miss Hensley has it correct with D, the Mississippi River.
It is the Mississippi River. All right, here's another good one for you. What is the total area of Hennepin County in square miles? 450, 550, 607, or 700?
Which of these things is not like the other?
Right?
There's definitely strategies and multiple choice that you need to learn going through school. Make your life so much easier. I'm going to guess the one that just sticks out, the 607 square miles.
607 square miles is correct.
Yes.
All right, here we go. How many square miles of Hennepin County is water? 25, 40, 53, or 68?
Ooh, it's a little bit tougher. Lots of lakes. We got bike paths and walking paths connecting a lot of them in Hennepin County, one of the largest bike lane paths, longest in the nation. Beat out Portland even. Ooh, this one's a little tougher. I'm going to have to go with C.
The correct answer is actually C.
Yes.
All right. Number nine.
A lot of water anyways, yeah.
Which university is located in Hennepin County? The University of St. Thomas, the University of Minnesota, Hamline University, or McAllister College?
Also worth noting, this place is the largest employer in Hennepin County. I think they got like 40,000 students or so. Shit. It's big. It's like one of the top 5 largest and public institutions in the country. Correct answer is B, University of Minnesota.
Go Gophers. What is the name of the popular lake in Hennepin County known for boating and fishing? Lake Harriet, Lake Nokomis, the Lake of the Isles, or Lake Minnetonka?
Oof. I believe they're all in Hennepin County, so they're not trying to trick you there. I'm going to go with D. I do not know, but it'll segue next into the next segment pretty well, if it is.
The correct answer is D, Lake Minnetonka.
Good job, Heather. All right. Thank you for that. And with that, we will move into a house in Minnetonka. As part of a realtor, I do real estate research for you, for my clients. Get the numbers, find the properties. I'm an agent. I solve problems. This is what I do. I'm not just a door opener. I help you in all capacities, aside from, actually going to court and being a lawyer for you. That would be a different job. But other than that, I can find you houses. And the one I'm looking for, I got a client. So we're kind of doing double duty on this, where they're looking to move to the Hopkins, Minnetonka area. Super busy folks. They got a little one. One guy has his own business, probably working about 70, 80 hours a week. And then his wife as well has a career as well. So they don't get a chance to get out. But one thing I can offer as your realtor, I have a video camera. I'm not afraid to use it. I can travel around and give them virtual tours. I can also just get on the interwebs, look at my MLS data, and find you places that were that other folks might not know about. Anyways, the house that I came across, I was looking at the bottom of their budget. They're currently paying about $2,000 a month for rent, so they're not building any equity, and they can afford much more than that. But I'm like, you know what? Let's just start at the bottom, what you're paying for rent, and see if we can find the equivalent of a house, just to give you an idea. And this place popped up. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Looks like it's been remodeled since 1955. Fairly recently, it's been remodeled. Nice wood floors, nice bright look to it, nice bright kitchen, new appliances. And it's on 0.4 acres, which is quite a bit of acreage. The house itself is only 990 square feet. Very easy to maintain, take care of if you only have that many square feet. It's been on the market for only 5 days. Like I said previously, it'd probably be off the market in less than that, but we will see. The one thing that was interesting in the notes is that it's homes within reach. It's a West Hennepin Affordable Housing Land Trust home. And what the land trust homes are trying to do is make housing affordability as prices rise. And Minnetonka is probably one of the more expensive areas close to the downtown Minneapolis. Has a lot of lakes and such, $1 million homes. The average house is around, I don't know, $400,000, $500,000. This home rocks in at $200,000 thanks to the West Hennepin Affordable Housing Land Trust. So a lot of communities are realizing that not everybody can make enough to buy a $1.8 million home. And so instead of turning everything into apartments and giving people a place to raise their family or have fur babies, they have gone out of their way to encourage and invest in properties that were probably dilapidated or have other issues. It looked like this was a foreclosure at one point, which is how I came across it on my own site. Still kind of confused on that, but apparently this organization bought it and remodeled it and put it on the market this week for $195,000, which is well below the $400,000 to $500,000 mark of the neighborhood. Even then, down the street, you're still looking at like $300,000 for the next door neighbors. I was looking at the property map. The properties butting up behind it are in the $1 million category. So the land itself is worth it, at least in my eyes. Now, to be able to buy this house, you're going to have to jump through hoops, do more paperwork. I would reach out to homeswithinreach.org. They will give you they'll give you the details on that, or you can reach out to me as a potential realtor, 612-930-2929, or get a hold of me at michael@walgrave.com. I looked up the eligibility rules, and they're pretty simple, actually. Plan to purchase a home in suburban Hennepin County. Check. You have a stable source of or sources of income. Check. There are income limits, and this is the biggest one. Your annual gross household income is less than these 2024 household size maximum income limits. If you're just by yourself, one person, if you make less than $68,000 a year, you qualify. If there's 2 people living there, and it doesn't say family, so I don't know if this is adults or counting kids. I'm guessing it counts everybody in the household. 2-person income limit would be 78,000, 3 people living in there. 88,000, 4 people, 97,000. If there's 5 people in there, you have a large family. The income limit is 105,000. So there's an affordable opportunity there for folks that make less than that money. I'm sure your other income sources have to add up to the point where you can afford. I think maybe a mortgage like that might rock into about $2,000 a month, I'm guessing, as a comparison to what rental is. You have to be 21 years of age. Not sure why that wouldn't be 18. I mean, you're a legal adult at that point. And home must be owner occupied. You just can't buy it as an investment property. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. And you have to be a citizen or legal resident of the U.S. But other than that, there should be a form to just fill out, prove with your W-2s what you're making. Get bank pre-approval, I'm guessing, is part of it. And then with that, you submit your offer. So if you're looking to buy this place and you actually qualify for all those deals, I would recommend getting a hold of me today if you want a shot at this place. It's 612-930-2929. We could run your numbers, get you in check with the lender, and fill out the paperwork. But yeah, there's opportunities like that. I'd look into your own community, see about search local affordable housing, for example, would be a good term in Google. And these organizations should pop up to try to help you out with your situation. So I encourage you to look into that if these are the categories you're sitting at, which most of us are. I think probably half the population probably qualifies for that place. So moving on from Minnetonka after our home tour of the day. We got coming up this weekend, just kind of round out the show here. Live music in Hennepin County is huge, especially when you consider Minneapolis with First Avenue, the Armory, Target Center, US Bank Stadium, major acts, major global acts coming through here, and then up and coming musicians. This has always been a hotbed of music for the last, since I don't know, 50s, 60s, 70s even, so it's been a moment. You can find out more by going to the Minneapolis venue map. Google that up. It'll bring you to the major places in town, such as the XL Energy Center, the Armory. There's 29 events coming up this month. First Avenue has 69 events coming up. Target Center has 14 events. Fillmore, Minneapolis, very cool venue. I think they just built that 2 years ago. They have like a chain of Fillmores around the country. So it's a very cool place. They had Killer Mike from Run the Jewels. I don't know if you're familiar with that hip hop group, but fairly newer group, and yeah, they rock. Well, they were in town last night. I probably should have went to that. Only $36 for a ticket.
Oh, geez, that'd have been an awesome show to go to.
Yeah, if you were up here, Garrett, I would have brought you with. I just didn't have anybody to go with, and I was like, well, it's downpouring anyways, so I'll just stay at home. But yeah, lots of music venues going on. I was going to have all the arts going on, but I think that's a whole segment in itself that we can talk about later this week too. But for music-wise, check out, type in Minneapolis venue map. That should bring you up to the major venues. Then there's also smaller live music events going on around the county, and here's just a few of them coming up this weekend. August 9th, this Friday, in Minnetonka. 6 to 8 p.m. They have the Summer in the Commons with some evening jazz. Take the wife and the kids or whatever down to the park and check it out at the Summer in the Commons for evening jazz. August 10th, a Saturday in Minneapolis. A lot of businesses will host musical events, breweries, and this one is for example, and this one, though, is at the Rectangle Pizza. Ria presents Summer Brunch Music Series. So live music during the middle of the day from noon to 2. So after you go tear it up Friday night, go check out Saturday at noon to 2 at the market at Malcolm Yards. That's in Minneapolis. Also that day in Bloomington, there's Saxophone Day. So if you're a lover of the woodwinds, of the saxophone, is it a woodwind? Is the saxophone, it's brass.
It's brass. But it has a reed.
It has a reed. Okay. I think that's what makes it. That would be 10 to 5 p.m. Saxophone Day put on by Schmidt Music in Bloomington. On Sunday in Wayzata, Zada. Oh man, I bastardized local words even. But that's what we do in the Midwest, and we do it well. Wayzata, Zada. It's over in the western part of the Twin Cities metro area, western part of Hennepin County. They have Sunday music in the park from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Sunday night at the Great Lawn. And Minneapolis at the Glass House is having their summer concert this Sunday at August 11th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Glass House. So just a few of the musical events going on, live musical events going on. Check it out. Google Minnesota, Minneapolis, Hennepin County music scenes. And with that being said, I think we reached the end of our show here, Garrett. Hopefully this information was helpful and informing, help putting you on the right path to home ownership or selling your home or investing in real estate. We take care of it all at the Walgrave Real Estate Group, part of RE/MAX Advantage Plus. You can reach out to me at michael@walgrave.com, 612-930-2929. Or you can reach out to Joshua Nath, another member of the team that we highlighted today. His number is 612-271-2332. And we can take care of your real estate needs as part of the RE/MAX Advantage Plus experience. And to round it all out, tomorrow we have U.S. Home Talk. Cousins Jason Walgrave and Marcus Walgrave and friend Mike Overson will be doing their U.S. Home Talk every Wednesdays, noon to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. talking more about Twin Cities real estate and moving Minnesota. Let's keep it moving. Thanks for tuning in. We'll check you tomorrow. Peace.